Who do you think is going to win? 1 Dozler or 6 Horsey Boys? Place your bets. Thanks to the arrival of reinforcements from Princess La Rochelle of Rouston, Erica and her allies successfully repel the Grado invaders. Still, Gehenna Hall remains under siege. On the edge of ruin. En route, Erica learns that the hall has indeed been captured by Grado. To rescue Queen Ismir and recover Gehenna's sacred stone, Erica leads an assault on the royal hall. Time to stab some people. To arms, mercenaries! We're under attack. We will not be able to get Renais, will we? You there, ready your weapons. What? No. That was never part of the deal. The only fight I'm here for is with the locks to the treasure chamber. Ha! Don't get so excited. I doubt you mercenaries will ever see action or at all once where we've... Yep, great, you do that. With all these soldiers around, I shouldn't have to lift a finger. I'll just sit here, wait for them to win the day, then I collect my pay. No more being ordered around by the selfish princess or her moronic bodyguard. This is the life Lady Luck loves. Right. So somewhere in here, do we have a big muscular armed boy? We have a big muscular armed boy. Maybe set fire. Oh dear. Oh dear. There will need to be some items stolen. Yeah, I think I should be able to get away with this. I think. Optimism. Yes! That's what we're working in here, right? So if we kill this guy, hopefully we get through a door soon. Oh, dear. Sorry if I keep yawning today. I'm like some kind of perpetually knackered pigeon. I ended up, I'm sure Saint will appreciate this, doing a little bit of extra dad duty last night. My son had a slightly restless evening, so I'm a couple of brain cells dead, although he was happy during the day as he managed to acquire a keyboard, his new favourite things. So yeah, he treated himself to a HyperX keyboard or something. I have reached a point where some of this stuff doesn't mean much to me.
Future's now, old man.
Oh, hey Carlisle, impressive work you've done here. My compliments. I gave you everything I promised. I opened the hall to your forces. Yes.
Yes! Yes!
The palace is mine. My palace. Oh, how I do like the sound of that. Right, so is this now a race? We're in a race, are we?
Go, Alex!
I'm gonna regret. There shall be some regrets. Door. Wait, so who can do anything? Anyone? Anyone care to do something? That would be nice if you did something. So yeah, Oscar, I offered him the chance to build a PC. We had built a PC. And now he's become obsessed with upgrading parts already, which is great when you don't have to pay for them. And send that back. He's constantly wanting to upgrade, and he keeps asking for, like, you know, can I have a new graphics card? Well, you've got a new graphics card. You've got lots of cool stuff. Be happy with the stuff. Do you remember when you were a kid and you were happy with what you were given? My son, a little bit off that topic from time to time. And maybe at times he has been slightly too doted. Right. Who... Right, these are all just shooty boys for going through there and making this awkward. Has anyone else got a door key knocking around? I bet you Seth has one. No, he has the Knight's Crest though, which we could realistically do with Ford having and maybe getting some kind of level up going on, because he's a bit flat. Chest key. Could I could do that. So Erica here. Trade, supply, not trade. Give. Have the red gem, it's rubbish. Have it. I do have a door key. I have several door keys. Why can't you stack the door keys? Why are the individual items? Yes. I understand that, Saint. So yeah, he treated himself to a new keyboard, which was it HyperX something or other. Did I give him the key? I did not. So yeah, he's got this fancy new keyboard, and we had to come straight across, and then he had to stop over at mine to test it. Because apparently it might not have worked. It could have... Why is this... Do I have to give first before I can take? Weird. I do. So yeah, he just keeps wanting to upgrade this PC. And the one that cracked me up was him wanting to buy a pre-built PC because it, quote-unquote, had a better graphics card in it. And that is a terrible idea. It had a better graphics card in it, apparently. So he needed to upgrade, even though the PC we built is less than, like, 4 months old. And for what he's playing Valorant. It doesn't really require to have some kind of super massive 3090 i9 super generation. And he's doing perfectly fine with what he's got. But apparently he needs now to build a new keyboard from scratch, having got obsessed with watching people build modded keyboards and stuff. So maybe Woodhouse with his new sexy mechanical keyboard can help me talk him down, because what used to happen was this little teeny tiny keyboard of mine used to kept getting picked up and reappearing in this house from the one that I'm stopping in at the moment. But then also I had a little bit of a sad evening. Less than 1 in 2 chance due to the tennis. Not because of the results or anything, just because the tennis is on. It reminded him of something. Who has... She's got the door key. Door. So where's Renais at then? The way they sold this to me was there was going to be an angry, angsty thief behind this door. And we have been had. We've been done up like a kipper. So is this your proxy in this game, Hoost? Would you say Dosler looks like your American football self? Hoost? Saint? Apologies. Dear brain. Work this out. Ah, there is Renais. So skinny. He's a slim boy. Steel sword. What's his lance chances? Why are you so bad? Right. Let's send a... Ooh, I can actually longbow him. Attack. This should work. Yeah. I was waiting for this to be my standard Fire Emblem moment of all crits just randomly when they're complete, like, happen when we're not needed. It's still weird having Garrick on a horse. Not saying it's bad, just saying it's weird. Right, so... Attack, actually... Yeah, an attack would be better. Much better. No. Yep. See, Art is our usual biggest critic for critting when it's unnecessary. Let's get rid of barrier for the moment. And hopefully Renais just keeps like running away to chests. Right. God damn it, Ford. If I could trade you in for the corpse of Franz, I would do it in a heartbeat. Like, not even a thought. No moment of consideration, just get him out of here. Get that horrible thing. For an American football clone, find the centre, some chubby white guy that's 6'4" and 300 pounds, like a Creed Humphrey. Creed Humphrey sounds like a alternative Christian rock band trying to just be a person to me. I apologise. So, this big armour-plated guy with his little helmet. I mean, he's probably not tall. I'm assuming he's like dwarfy in stature if I was to hazard a guess. Right, can we... We cannot. We are at the whims of these little shooty boys, aren't we? If you want 6'4", I can loan you my nephew. He's a big tall boy. I think that's roughly his height as well. Maybe not his weight, but he definitely is what they call a biggin. I don't know why I keep leveling up the characters that are already powerful and heavily leveled, but here I am. Seth can... Has he got this? No, he does not. Who's got the chest key? You have the chest key. Chest. There. Wait. Can we kill off the longbow guy? Very easily we can kill off the longbow guy. Imagine Gunts as a human. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, that's not a million miles away from what Dosler is. I mean, also, how much of Gunts is, like, physique versus armour? Like, he is a big steam tanky boy. For all we know, because isn't his race not even listed as, like, Armadillo or something? All we know is that head is the entirety of Gunts. It might not even have, like, little spindly, little quadruped legs kicking in there, moving all the little gears and sticks and stuff. Could be anything underneath there. That guy's mostly machine. I mean, you know, who's got more mass to them, really? Is it Gunts or Koichi with his crazy flying machine? That'll do. Seth can continue to just be like a little walking tank. Yep, go on. You missed. Ines is just going to be our casual anti-archer archer. Yep. Oh no, he hit me. I didn't kill him straight back. This is an outrage. Tank. Now I'm thinking Gunts is just a Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, show me Gunts without the armor. You see, you know, you can see Koichi in his little flying machine doing his little chicken flying. But, you know, whereas... I hate you, Renais. I hate you so much. Right. No, don't attack a Renais. Right. Do you need healing? No. Wait. I think Erica could kill this guy. I think she could do this. I mean, maybe Gunts is like the meme from years ago of the, you know, the cat in a tanks meme. Right, she'll kill him. I don't know if you've seen that where people made cardboard boxes we could have put cardboard box tanks for cats, and then sort of waited to see what would happen. No, I'm not wasting that on the wall. Has he got a javelin? He does have a javelin. If he wants to fight someone, he can fight that guy. Where are these guys coming to? To the end of Renais. You can come in there, so you will probably try and fight Garrick. I mean, also, if Guns is just a very highly intelligent armadillo pedaling away in a tank, and it'd be even better if it was like pedal powered. Like, the steam does so much, but then it's upcycled from him pedaling away frantically with his little legs. If someone would like to commission that artwork, I will buy that. I will not buy that, not at all, not in the slightest. Seth doesn't need that experience. But he could do with moving. Loot could do with the XP though. Good stuff. So yeah, I don't know if you've been or watched any of the YouTube or you've been here for the streams. This is the quote-unquote depressed horse, according to John's daughter, because it's looking at the floor with its little sad purple mask on. Which is potentially more personality than I thought that horse could really have, if I'm to be honest. Can he? No, he's not got the longbow. It's Garrick who's got longbow. Let's see what we can do. What is the source of power for the steam suit? Does Gunters have a micro-nucleus reactor in there? The science of Shining Force is dubious at best. That is a very polite way of describing the science of Shining Force, I feel. I imagine that if it's steam powered, he must have some kind of like little charcoal reactor in there. Don't have a second attack. And yes, the science, even the lore of Shining Force is dubious at best. Especially when, you know, Sega keep peddling things. I don't know if you saw the video that Chris did on the comic from the Sonic comics. Right. I need to, like, minimize your ability to hit me back, don't I? So that is good enough. And Zinc, instead of being the way we know him, is like a sort of like flying spherical robot, I suppose is the polite way of putting that. Yeah. And he is not the long, skinny, like, debris that we know in a sort of... How would I describe it? Like in a squire's cloak that we know and love. Right, he can hit there. So if we longbow, can we kill the guy at the back? Very much so. Maybe giving Garrick a horse is the best thing we've done. Oh, this could be problematic then. This could be very problematic. Just hit first time. Nope. This could be bad. These could be the mistakes we're making in an attempt to recruit one. Steely boy. What we see what we can do. Yeah. The Sonic comics also was just like a sort of mess of narration. I probably mention this every time they come up. They're always, for me, were weird in the fact that it was really designed to fuel the console wars to children, which was like one of the weirdest things I could think of. Because you had like the Marx Brothers were in, but they were also like in part... Oh no. Oh, that's fine. I got away with that. They're also in part like the Mario Brothers meets the Marx brother, like the Marx Bros. It was weird having Mario being Mario and Groucho Marx at the same time was strange. A weird choice to say the least. Right, what can you do? You can just kill this guy, that's good. Who knew that heavy armor was weak to lightning in that weird Pokemon alignment? Wonder what would happen with, this is Intelligent Systems and Nintendo, as a Pokemon game, like who would become what, how would you trade that in? And then what would a Pokemon be? Actually, I suppose Pokemon games technically have shipping already, I suppose, because you can breed the Pokemon. Although you can only breed the same type. Unless you've got, is it Ditto or something? That's it. You missed them. Also, I know that, going back to Gunts, some of the later Fire Emblem games have, like, pseudo-Gunts-like characters. Yes, that's it. You wait there so I can talk to you with a large bearded man. Have I left some? Oh dear. Oh no. We can't recruit Renais. Seemingly. Can we... Support? No. No! Do we have to murder him? Or are we having a reset? I'm going to quickly check this to see if we have a means of doing this. Recruiting Renais. That's right, I'm googling on my phone right now. I need to find out my spirit animal. Where is he? First joined. Let's have a look. Recruit for free. Oh, we need to get Erica to pay him. We need to pay the mans. So, Dosler. We have to be... I find it weird that Dosler cannot help us here. Right. Go here. Please just hit him first time. Thank you. This is a great joys of when you're like, I'm going to play a game from my past. And you don't remember it as well as you thought you did. Attack? Nope. What do you reckon the 1 in 3 hits? The 1 in 3 missed. Ford, you're alive to me right now, unlike usual. Don't be like your brother and just a hole in the ground. Longbow. With no retaliation. No retaliation at all. Yes. Now this is where the mistakes start happening as I get corrupted with power. Where do you come to? I'm Lance. You can all attack me there. I see. In that case, let's come in here. Who got the key? She got the key. Right. I think you should have this. Oh great. Brill. How helpful that was. So let's see if we can start encouraging some deaths. Or at least some level ups. Right, I need you to miss. I know it's only for 3. But I bet you this will all stack up very quickly. Me and the Depression Horse need to win. I also wonder how you... I need Alex to mod in the Shining Force cast into Fire Emblem with the Alex style of narrative, because that's what we crave in here, isn't it? We need Alex to hurt us more in new and exciting ways. We've already let him into Discord. We may as and into our lives via the Shining Force franchise. May as well just continue the theme. May as well continue getting these guys in here. Actually, maybe we get him to wait there and start fighting off some guys. Miss. Good horsey. Horsey knows what to do. Oh. Go on. Yes. Keep failing. Miss. Oh, she ran out of magic. Oh no, she didn't run out of magic. They longbowed us. Oh, Garrick has now reached the level of toughness with his cloth armor that getting hit with a small arrow just does nothing. I wonder if Garrick's ranger outfit looks like the back of Rams's, is it heretic outfit or whatever it's called? Like with the little butt cheeks out. I wonder if that's the way that goes. Hang on, I need to trade some axes. Supply, please. Give. This door key is hot trash, so I would like to swap it for one axe, please. This is where all of his powers super poo after giving a basic axe instead of a big old chunky axe boy. So what other things have we got? God damn it, Ford. So weak. So weak. That'll do. By the power of Christ, compel you to die. More death, please. Thank you, sir. What else have we got? So yeah, while we're here enjoying this classic video game, John is watching Stranger Things, which is something I have never viewed, never watched, and I have no intention to. What about you? Have you watched anything in there, chat? Anybody else there enjoyed the Stephen King-esque? There we go. Wait. Because I've never been a fan of Stephen King. I'm basically like the 80s horror genre, I suppose. Has never done it for me. Doesn't mean it doesn't do it for you guys, but I know in Discord, Hoost has been making some comments about the finale. He seems less than impressed from what I can gather for the ending. I'm unsure how everyone else feels about it, or if anyone feels anything for that. Let's have a look. We're running out of bow shots. So, although everyone's getting lots of XP, which is very nice from this guy. Very kind of him to stand there and let us just wail on him a bit. So he can do 0 to us, if that's the case. Does the javelin do nothing? Oh no, the javelin does okay. I'm used to from Path of Radiance when you attack someone with the javelin, especially armoured units like this, and it's just virtually useless. You may as well be like throwing sticks and stones at them and calling them names. Which is not much better. How come you've got a 1 in 2 chance to hit? 7, let's go with this. I also need to find the item for leveling up Joshua. I think it's a hero quest. Hero quest? Yes, it's a tabletop board game where you can play as a barbarian, a dwarf, an elf, Can't quite remember the other. There's another class, right? Or is that something that they just did for the... Right, 1-1. Oh, so many horsey boys coming for us from with the rear action. This is not what we're here for. Gonna have to start to speed this up a little bit. Because is it going to be infinite horsey boys? Right. Hopefully. Right. So Renais can escape out of this bottom section. Which is going to happen much faster than us here. Turning into a Minecraft villager briefly. So get rid of this guy. Maybe we use Seth as like a roadblock? It's maybe not a great idea, but it certainly falls under the concept of an idea. Right. How bad of an idea is this? This doesn't feel like the smartest idea, right? Coming back to fight. Right, Kyle, I need you to do some duty for me, some guard duty to stop a thiefy boy running out that way. While we continue to chase him very slowly around here. So, one further back to basically go unchallenged. To go unhindered and not worry about getting counter-attacked and hitting through that. So let's keep moving. Does somebody here? Yes, Dosler has 2 million vulneraries, so we will trade him. Would that be the smarter move? Yes, yes it would. Rescue. Wait. Let's start playing the horsey game and rescuing everyone. Is it that the button I want? That is the button I want. So pop Seth there. Salah there. And let's see if we can start counter hitting some people. Oh, we had a support that I completely ignored. It'll be with Seth, won't it? Everyone will be talking to Seth. Yep, do nothing. Perfect. So, I wonder if this is infinite horses coming from the bottom right, because if so, that will be annoying. I'm not for that. I did not sign up for infinite horses. There. Miss. Good. Now, please die. If you would kindly just get zapped a little bit, that would be awesome. Me and my depressed horse will take this victory and move on with our lives. If only Fire Emblem had AoE. I think you get like some of the big spells are AoE later on. Good. Because I need to be able to... How far is he? Wow, he's far. Anyway, I will kill this guy with some magic. That's not enough magic. Gonna need more magic. I'm gonna kill this guy with an axe. A sweet, simple axe. Everything will get there eventually. Do not miss. He listened. He's a good boy. He knew what to do, really. That works for me. Yeah. Off you go. Back to the cat. Right. Step 1. Remember to heal him. Because he's not very strong. So... do I drop? Or do I carry on? I'll tell you what, I'll drop her. because it might make this guy come out. Whatever happens, Renais, continue to be a coward. And don't come back to fight Erica. That's all I'm asking. It's a very simple request. And we'll see what happens. Let's just be very lazy and kill all of these guys with one shot with the Horse Slayer and sort of thin out the ranks a little bit at the bottom. We still have some guys who've got some important guard duty to perform. Wait there. And wait there. Hopefully that's just the Renais route and we've got him covered. I would rather Loot had the XP than Saleh. I should say the name. I'm unsure whether it's Saleh or Salah, like the Liverpool footballer. Wait, he hit me. He hit me. That was very rude of him to hit me. He should not have done that. Does he have a staff? He does not. Staff, there we go. We can cheese it. We can do some cheesing. Everyone can have some XP and some HP. We can keep doing it. Does this guy have the bow? He does have a steel bow. I'm hoping... Is there any way of seeing how much gold we have? Because hopefully we got enough gold to buy him. Otherwise, this is going to be very disappointing. Although it would be a very quick reset. the quickest of resets. Right. Like, we would just be racing up that one side. Like, just through the middle to cut him off. Like, let him do all of his stealing and just fight all these guys off in the corner and never have to deal with that right-hand side of the screen ever. Never, ever. Not us, no way. Yes, because that wasn't overkill at all, hitting him for 90. Seemed perfectly reasonable there, because Seth things. Just Seth things. Yep. Will it happen again? Yep. So one of the things I'm unsure how well I've got the volume on chat. When the horse, or the night riders, Night Riders.
Night Rider, a shadowy flight into the dangerous world of a man who does not exist.
Do crits. Apparently the crit sound of the hooves changes depending on what terrain they're on. Which I think is a cool little Easter egg and a little thought out part. Unlike the classic of Shining Force where you get all 3 frames of animation and you either miss or you get the glorious thud of whatever weapon you've hit them with. Forever satisfying. Talk. That's a comely lass. Think I'll have a few words. Wait, haven't I met you before? You? You were travelling with La Rochelle before, weren't you? Ah, yes. Renais. I've got to get... La Rochelle is travelling with us. Shall I let her know you're here? No. Wait a moment. You don't have to bother her. Actually, I wanted to ask you something. How would you like to hire me? The name's Renais. I'm a world-class thief, and I'm proud of it. A man of many talents. Lockpicks are amateurs. I can pick chests and doors with my bare hands. I'm better with a blade than most swordsmen. I'm cheap. Well, what do you think? Yes. Oh no! 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 Is there another way? Quick! Aha! So, this is where you've wandered off to, Renais? Princess La Rochelle. Come with me. Wait, hold on now. Go with you where? Look, I'm sorry, but I've been hired by the Grado Empire and... Hello, I'm talking to you. Renais, whatever is the matter? I've promised to listen to your story later, but now we must be going. No, I'm no servant. Like that kook Dozler. I'm a mercenary. I escorted you to Renais like I was hired to do, didn't I? You have no right to drag me across creation without any pay whatsoever. Is this about wages? I believe you received ample compensation. Ample? Do you know what that word even means? You're the Princess of Rouston. I thought working for you would pay well, yet your purse strings are knotted tight. I've been killed almost been killed so many times. Maybe that's just some foreshadowing from how I use him. The joy that comes from doing good is not something that can be purchased. There, all better, let's go. No, I said I didn't want to. Riding about with you is... There she goes. Bye, Stones. Why did I ever take that job in the first place? We must hurry, Renais. Right. Come in. And now to use him in a more sensible fashion in stabbing people than just committing petty crimes. Oh, so he's got the assassins. So he's either pre-promoted. Right. Look at that animation, like, just of the blur that is Renais. He's like lightning McQueening, I am speeding the whole scenario there, isn't he? He's just like, yep. Wait. He can attack me there. That's poo. Anyway, to shoot this guy in the face a little. So yeah. Yeah, the CDs, them remade plus some extras. It depends on which book you play. And then there's like the hidden book, isn't there? As long as you get the relevant hidden item, which in no doubt... Like, I remember playing some Mega CD, like... When would it have been? Like, early 2000s? And it just... That was very rude of whoever hit Kyle. And it just not vibing with me. Maybe I did just play 1 and 2 back to back, and I maybe need a little rest, like what like John does at the moment from the Shining Force games, and why he's doing his little how they hold up. Fights and no exploration is more fun. Yeah. It's a little bit more chess-like, I would say, wouldn't you? It's like it's more like you go, I go. I think playing Fire Emblem on my own, I was more than happy to sit there through all the narrative and talk about it and like I think reading it is a lot easier to do on your own than like when me and John are streaming it and we're hamming up the voice acting as best we can. You know, there's all these choices that have to be made, like making sure the strongest character in the game has a very weak weapon to not make this too overpowered, make them feel like they've got something of a chance. But then again, it's like, you know, you guys in chat are trying to persuade me to play a Final Fantasy game, and I could not think of anything more, for me, anything more tedious than I say anything more tedious. So I've played Final Fantasy VII when there was the hype, and I finished it, and I felt, oh dear, don't have a second attack. And yes, I played Final Fantasy VII, and then I think I've got one of the remakes on DS, but I can't remember what it is. I mean, to be fair, Shining Force's plot is not too dissimilar to Fire Emblem. In Fire Emblem, how did Austin put it? There is a dragon or someone who is a friend with the dragon, and the dragon's plan is to end the world, and your job is to stop that. In Shining Force, there is a demon that has been awoken that has cursed someone that is trying to end the world, and your job is to stop them from doing that. Demons and Dragons could be an alternate tabletop RPG featuring dice, maybe some kind of stats that you can create as a player to then partake in games and adventures with someone leading the narrative. But the narrative will always have that, like, good guy, bad guy, pee-pee, poo-poo, everything's the same. kind of thing. And as someone said in Discord, like, tropes exist for a reason. There is the whole, like, what do you call it? 12 steps of the hero storyline thing that happens. And the reason it happens is people are used to it, people are familiar to it. And it's a great basis for a storyline, generally. Especially when story writers are clever enough to omit steps or reverse steps or maneuver them around and use it as like some kind of switchable flowchart, rather than, you know, when you're in high school and you're learning to do like the 3-paragraph essay, and you know it's this word, that word, blah blah blah. Right, are we going up there eventually, or are we just going all the way around the side? All the way around the side seems to be the route, and we've already recruited the assassin. Let's see if we can kill this guy off. Plot of Shining Force 3 is pretty great, though. It's just rough to play. The start of the early... Yeah. I mean, this is sometimes a conversation that occurs, is you have to look at a game through the eyes of where it came from and how it got here. Like John's Does It Hold Up series is great, and like his Suikoden one is good, and the point that he makes is that it is basically a glorified what's the word I want? It is a glorified... Sorry, I'm trying to think of where to put La Rochelle without her dying. It's basically a glorified mobile phone game, but it's a glorified mobile phone game by the standards of today, not the standards of... It was basically a SNES game that got, like, upped to going to the PlayStation because the people behind it thought they were going to get more out of it. And you can break Suikoden very early on if like you guys, you're really into stuff. Like me and John don't want to really grind in video games, we just want to play video games. However, if you are into grinding, you can in Suikoden, in the second town, there is a coin game where it has a pattern, and if you are willing to look up and learn the patterns, you can just literally buy everything straight away and just have broken equipment super early on and just like walk through dungeons as if they're not there. Those are choices you can make and have, whether they add to the experience to you. If your idea of enjoying a game is breaking the mechanics so that you can exploit the game to its fullest, that's up to you. I cannot make that choice for you. But the look of the Art of 7 versus Tactics and see which held up. Oh yeah, I totally, and that's the point I'm making, and I know it felt like a point of contention when I fetched it up to John, but claiming a game from 1996 is nothing but a mobile phone game is a little bit unfair, because a lot of games you can now play on a mobile phone. That's not to say that that makes it better, worse, or such. It is just that that is how how things have moved on and improved over time, and that's great that things have moved on and improved in time. I never played Ape Escape. I remember John being super excited about it because of the analog sticks. I will be honest, it took me a very long time to get used to using shoulder buttons and analog sticks. I think the first game that I played that forced me to use that system was Devil May Cry on the PlayStation 2. And these days I actually find shoulder buttons harder to use as I get a little bit older, and my joints and body parts don't want to really do what I ask of them anymore, which is a completely unrelated story, but so yeah, some stuff just feels harder to do. As much as I really like, I know a lot of guys in chat in Discord were on about wanting to play Street Fighter, and I enjoy that game and that series a lot. But I feel steadily that series is getting a little bit beyond me in certain ways, which is poo. Like, I helped my son's football team train, and I get involved in like the games that they play, and I made a diving save, and it would have been, as a younger man, a much more comfortable save. This time it was very uncomfortable, painful I would describe it as, but I'm trying to help my son improve, or his teammates improve. And like, some of the stuff that I did 20 years ago is definitely not stuff that I can do now. I can tell, like, I basically have the same skill level as some of these like 10 to 12-year-old kids, opposed to like the skill level I probably had as a teenager. But you know, we're not getting any younger, and it's just doing the best with what we got, I suppose. Do not fall asleep. Do not get angry. Good. Street Fighter 4, I played an awful lot of Street Fighter 4. I used to run an arcade night locally, to basically to not have to play online, because I didn't have a decent internet back then, and the router that we had, or the router, basically was not a fun experience. It was a very basic one, so like all the LAN ports were already used up, so I was having to play on like 2.4 gigahertz, or whatever it is. I can't remember what the low frequency rate is on the router, but I was still doing like getting 50% win rates and stuff like that. I found Marvel 3 was more fun. Probably much worse at it, but it was definitely more fun. Right. So, can you kill this guy? Let's get Josh some XP, some easy XP killing this unarmed man. But yeah, I always wanted Alpha 3, like John has a lot more experience of, because I think I stopped playing a little bit at that point. I also got very tired of Alpha 3 on the PlayStation controller. It wasn't until later when I was playing 4 and I was playing with arcade sticks. I ended up digging one of them out the other day to try playing John online. It wasn't until I got arcade sticks that some of the things felt a lot more natural and more comfortable. But this is definitely overkill, but it's gonna miss. So yeah, I'm kind of curious for 6. I don't think I will be playing it to the level I played 4. I think 4, if I could plug in my Xbox, has definitely got like a few hundred hours in there. Why does it say that, or is it that I have an item that can do something? I love how Renais is strong enough to rescue La Rochelle on her horse. Like, it is an option for him to pick her and her horse up, which feels slightly unfair. I wonder how the horse feels about that manhandling as well. Good. Get those XPs. Go out and get them. But yeah, I'm excited to try 6. There's a couple of games that I would like to try. Right. How far back do you go? You go all the way up to here. So yeah, I'm excited to try it. and see how it goes. Never felt good playing a game on R. I think the reason I always preferred it is I have memories of when I was, let me work this out, 8 to 9 years old, persuading my sister and her boyfriend at the time to go across the river to Morecambe and play the actual Street Fighter 2 machine on the arcade on sticks. Those are the memories that I have. And then I found it weird. Like, most of the Street Fighter I played as a kid was on the Mega Drive. I bought the 6-button controllers. Like, I got the whole shebang. Like, I ended up in a weird position where I think I've mentioned before, my mum used to work for a bookshop who had a very good supply chain for a company which was called The Group. And they could get anything, so I used to get hold of games like Street Fighter and Story of Thor, and I used to get 35 to 50% off depending on, they had like grading and bands on the products. So I got these games really cheap, or moderately cheap for a 9 to 13 year old. And I got hold of the I could get hold of the controllers as well. So I used to play the 6-button pad, and all I used to do is do jumping hard kick or hard punch, depending on which character's version of that flavour was the better. And I would spam that until I won. It wasn't a complicated system, but it was the system that I had. Do I start trying to kill off some of these? There's just more and more guys coming. Or do I just start trying to get people in here and finishing off the map? I feel that that might be the better method. So, oh dear, Dozler will have to fight off some of these guys. So yeah, that was my experience. I mean, I remember going on holiday to Skegness, and there was like a car boot flea market thing going on. And while we were there was a guy selling an imported version of Super Street Fighter 2. So it was like the version when they added DJ, Cammy, T-Hawk, and Fei Long to the game. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to buy this. I used all my holiday money to buy that. Also, that was the holiday that I won money playing Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo at the arcade at the venue near the hotel we were at. And I bought the game and I was excited. Basically, I bought the game and I wanted my holiday to end to go home and play. Weirdly enough, my holiday didn't end. It continued for another 3 days. And I got home and the guy was like, look, it's a Japanese cart, so you're going to need this expander to make your Mega Drive run it. So I bought that, and I think in total it cost me like £60. Bought said item, used said item, but it wouldn't work. But the guy in the box had left me a phone number and a postal address. So we ring the number, and the guy's like, look, tried this while we were on the phone. So I'm shouting to my mum who's on the phone, and I'm upstairs. You know, professional unit this. And while I was trying to sort this all out, he's like, look, what I'll do is if you send me your address, I will refund you the money, because it sounds like the cart I've got for you is not going to work. It's never going to work, so you could be in trouble. If I do that, I can not kill him, and then Dozler can maybe wall off a little bit, and if I try and leave someone there. So this guy actually sent us the money back. We were like a little bit concerned that he was going to be like, it was going to be a scam. It was going to be like a fake cartridge. Like we're going to get done over on holiday, and it was going to be a naff experience for everyone. What happened was not that at all, and the guy came through and gave us our money back. And because of the timing of everything, the official PAL release had been announced. It had been reviewed for magazines and stuff. Got hold of the game. Got hold of some very fancy Street Fighter 2 specialized, quote-unquote, 6-button control pads. Got hold of that. I remember getting hold of Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition before this, and being so excited, waiting for Christmas to come. So I bought it in the September it was released. Very excited for the game to come. One of my friends with a Mega Drive, my mum let me have my present early, and I tell you what, I think I might just move Innis and end. I was very excited for the game to play, and I went to my friend's house and we played on 3-button control pads, which we then decided the best way of playing this game was to just play as Balrog to exploit the fact that all of his moves were punch-based. And then we discovered that if you press start, it would then change to kicks. So we were trying to like play characters and like putting the Mega Drive controller on the table and like flicking through the buttons, trying to see if we could do like any of the little 2-hit combos and stuff. And then we reverted to playing as characters whose special moves were punch button related because it just felt easier. There was nothing worse than someone who just wanted to play Chun-Li though, and they were like having to keep pressing start and doing weird stuff like this is bad. Them not being used to having to press start and then double pressing start, which then put it onto pause, then unpausing it, and then double restarting. There was loads of silly stuff that happened like on that. And that was like my Street Fighter 2 experience. That and arcade machines. So like later on when Street Fighter 4 became like the big thing and you were getting everyone playing on arcade sticks and all this, it seemed fine to me. Like I was already there, that was the thing I was doing okay. And already, hang on. Right, that doesn't seem cool. That doesn't seem cool. I think you just wait there and you just wall that off. And then get some of these guys down here. Try and kill off this boss. Luke can actually act as the healer for around there. That might work. So yeah, like my experience with Street Fighter is like, I'm going to use the word deep in possibly the most shallow terminology. But I have a lot of like love for that game. I've bought lots of copies of it. I remember when I bought a SNES, when I was like in my mid-20s, I got a SNES for the first time, and one of the first things I played on a SNES was still Street Fighter. Was it Super Street Fighter 2? And I still love that experience. Street Fighter 3 didn't do it for me. I remember playing that in an arcade and there was just a lot of things going on. And I did not know how to feel about that, was basically the very long and short of that. So there was a lot of jiggliness as well. Like a lot of characters sort of wobbled. Which is possibly one of the strangest sort of gripes I've had with a game. I mean, not quite as many of the gripes that I've had on like playing Wordle variants recently, where I can't get enough letters to make my little smooth brain see the line of play they're wanting from me. But, you know, it's been a fun time. I also really liked Story of Thor as well, and I think that's got, as a kid, the storyline for that was super. I was really into it. However, as a teenager, like when I got older and more into reading and understanding how narratives worked, it was very basic. Iron Lance, Javelin, Lance. There's a lot of Javelin units there. Best give him the old top-up juice. Who do you think is going to win? 1 Dozler or 6 Horsey Boys? Place your bets. So, let's do this. I find it interesting that Renais, even if he gets hit, is unaffected by this magic. I do find that a very strange little point. I mean, I don't, like, I'm assuming, like, your experience of, is this what I want? Oh, he's got that, has he? Like, a lot of your experience might be from playing the snares back in the day. That's what I'm guessing at. I could be wrong. I've been known to be. I just wanted the 2 of us. Is this another character who has been bribed into combat? Let's move on. Weirdly though, like one of the games I didn't use my secret mega special discount for was Shining Force. I actually bought that on just a day trip out down the road in a town called Preston, and it was on sale for like £15. And then who knew from those simple times such a passionate gaming history would occur, where one of my friends does moderately well with a small YouTube gaming channel, and I'm there for moral support, which is the best way I think of having this, rather than how we're doing now. But Dozler is just going to very slowly whittle these guys down. Also, when you played Alpha 3, did you play like the crazy PSP version? Or were you just like regular Alpha 3? Which I don't think we really had for the... was it the PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2 Alpha 3 came out on? I know it was on the compilation that they did later on. But I was just curious as to... because you ended up with like Mike Hagger, and is it Ingrid is like the character that supposedly Yoshinori Ono wanted to bring back, and that's why there's a character in 5 who... is she Egyptian? She's like Minette or something like that. Is based upon, and she has all like the Rose... what's Rose's powers called? Bison's the psycho power. Can't remember what Rose's is called. I mean, it could also still be the psycho power. Iron Lance, so you can hit me for 10. I like how the basic weapon is my best hitting weapon. Hit chance with the Axe Reaver, 5%. Iron Lance, I choose you. He missed. Good. I like that. I like it when they miss. If you can just keep doing that for several more turns. Like, he can attack 2 spaces because of the Wind Sword. Never owned Shining Force until I was an adult. I played them both by renting the games at a local mom and pop video store and hoping my save wouldn't get deleted between rentals. So I tried to explain when we were playing Shining Force, there was a similar kind of location in Lancaster. And it was always upsetting. You know what, I'm going to try the 1 in 4. I'm going to miss, but... and it had an A, B, C rental category. And because I was a kid, a lot of the video games, I played a lot of like really bad Master System games because of video rentals. There was occasionally I would treat myself, so I think it was £2.50. So it was an ABC system, but they had A plus, which was £2.50. A was £2. B was 175. Sorry, B plus was 175. B was 150, and then there was just C, which was £1. And the amount of C games that I rented was heavy. I remember also playing like the Mickey Mouse games, and the Donald Duck Lucky Dime Caper, and I think I played that an awful lot as well. I was a very, as you probably can tell by the way I play now, I'm still like a very impetuous player, and I will like not read the screen 100%. Like John, when we play these games, like we joke about him being turtly, he will sit and like he will read the screen. I remember when I got my PlayStation 4 and I said to him like, oh, let's play Smite, which is kind of like a 3D version of League of Legends. He was like, oh, well, you know, we need to sit down and read the patch notes. It's like, no, we don't need to read the patch notes. We can just play the game and you can explain things as we go along. And then we sat and he talked me through some characters. Right, there, all the javelins. That's fine. We're going to stick loot here for some free XP when she heals him next turn. But yeah, I had those experiences of rentals, and I love those kind of shops. In the UK, there was like a weird licensing law situation when it came to these kind of things. So it was really surreal trying to rent some of these games. And 1 in 4 chance of killing it. 1 in 2. He's got more of a chance of hitting me on the backswing. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with those kind of places. I don't think John ever had it. Later on, we did get a couple of places that started doing rentals. One of the strangest ones was a place which was all automated. And it was just like a cubicle, and you had to go in during the day to create an account with someone in the shop, and then you could go at any time because like your rental card counted as very rude. Your rental card counted as your door thing. Was based on length, $1 a night, but $2 for the weekend. Okay. I mean, that's an interesting system to use. I mean, one of my favourite video shops, I literally liked one video shop because it was the only place I could find the Transformers the animated movie, and the amount of times I have rented that movie is, I believe the technical term is, a lot. I have seen that film a lot, which is probably why I also call it one of my favourite films. 1 in 2 chance. Nope. Out comes the wind sword. That's like a Shining Force-esque attack level speed, isn't it, for this guy, Carlisle, when he just lifts and drops the sword like, there you go, rescue. Wait. Now to play the rescue game. No. Oh, hilarious. So, take. So that character's strong enough to pick up La Rochelle and a horse, but is not strong enough to take a small wizardy boy and encourage him to combat. What a weird choice. Life is full of choices, and that is a weird one. Yes. I think that what you're explaining there, that you rented it and you never had more than $5 as a kid, is very much like the Terry Pratchett law of financial. What is it? A diminishing economic value, and being poor is expensive. So he goes on about like a poor person can only afford a $10 set of boots that'll only last a couple of months. Whereas someone who's rich can have the money for a set of $50 boots, whereas the poor person's never going to have enough spare cash to save up to have those boots over the time, because they'll need the boots there and then, and thus they always end up just in that cycle of not being able to have anything, which is really annoying. And I feel like I'm in that cycle again currently, given the world circumstances. Just a casual head cleave. Yep, absolutely the boots analogy. Clearly you knew exactly what I meant. This is annoying. Right. I need to get Erica around there and fast. I wonder... Does Inez count because he's a royal? Nobody needs to move. We're now just playing the run around game. I like how that guard is still down there at the bottom. He's got nothing for us. There's no side quests or anything exciting. Yeah. But I think the Pratchett explanation with the boots is possibly one of the finest descriptions of how people get caught in the poverty trap, as some economists like to call it. God, I can't speak today. Right. Ines, are you royal enough to take this place? Wait, and you can have some XP in healing him up. And are you a Pratchett fan at all? I also enjoy the works of Terry, bless his soul. I do have an awful lot of Pratchett books. I've still not read them all, which I should really get round to. And again, I suppose, yeah, we're not getting any more, are we? I don't know if I know his daughter was supposed to take over took over some project that he was doing. Can't remember what it was though. Right. Nope, not royal enough. Not royal enough. That's frustrating. Dozler just getting his 1 XP a turn, getting hit by this guy. I wonder if we can make him, like, run out of uses. Only 17 more uses. Do you think we can do that? Just going from square... It's like watching someone in a chess stalemate, isn't it? Just, like, shuffling side to side. Yeah. I think that was definitely the thing that got me to Terry Pratchett. I'm unsure if you had to cope with the same description on the back of books, which was, it's like Tolkien with jokes, but good jokes, is how the back of UK books of the Discworld series read. Nearly there, so close. I'm unsure if that's how the traded it around over the other side of the world. Because like one of the series I read with my son to start with, and then now he's old enough, he reads it himself, is the 5 Realms by Kieran Larwood, but the first 3 books are all about a character called Podkin One Ear, which I have definitely mentioned doing the Shining Force streams and stuff. And Kieran Larwood is basically a teacher that became an author, and his stories are a weird mixture of Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, and like anthropomorphic animals that aren't quite there is almost a water ships down moment in it, because the main races are rabbits.